Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sheldina, and I just want to go ahead and do a quick read and wrap up of what I've read so far. And I'm just going to talk about the ones that I read physically because I don't feel like recalling what I read that I don't have. Let me first start by saying I'm going to try my best to not have my energy be so low. I've been struggling mentally, and that is just something I will deal with on my own. But also, yeah. So I'm gonna do my best. Let's just knock it out and go through it. So I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. And this one is her autobiography, her memoir. I thought her life was very sad and hard for a young child. I didn't know her story before, so it was nice to read. I hate reading memoirs because it's someone's life and someone's story, and who am I to tell them how to tell their story? But yeah, I thought it was good. I really just didn't know that she had it so hard, but I guess I would assume so because she's older. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I read it. I will say I thought it was going to be more poetry style. I don't know why I thought that, but it wasn't. I DNF Desperate Measures by Katie Robert, and I'm probably gonna sell it, to be honest. I'm gonna give it to my indie bookstore. I actually thought this was going to be, so it's like a, so the whole thing is that she is the daughter of a king, I believe, and her dad sells her to, I forgot his name, but he is taking her, and they, in the first scene, they are already fucking, okay? And it just kind of goes on like that, and I guess there was supposed to be some plot because later they go to a place, the underworld, where they meet Hades, but there was really not much plot at all, so I DNF'd it. I was like, I can't. But you know what's funny is I saw somebody review of it on Goodreads, and they said that they wish there was no plot. They were like, I don't even see the point of the plot. So I don't know if they were saying that they wish there was more smut, or they're like being sarcastic that, you know, there was really none, but they felt like even the plot was too much. I don't know, but I was like, yeah, there was like no plot. It was just smut, which is fine if I knew that that's what it was. If I was going into it mentally, knowing that, it would be a different outcome. But because I was expecting an actual romance, and maybe there would have been some later on, I'm sure they would have fallen in love, but I don't care to finish. I didn't care about it. I also read Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, and I really enjoyed this one. This is the only 5-star that I've read so far this month. I really liked the characters. I liked the story a lot. So it follows Mallory, who comes take care of a young child named Teddy, and Teddy starts drawing really creepy pictures. And I didn't think it was super creepy. I wasn't creeped out by it, but I really enjoyed it. I was having fun with the pictures. It was a lot more pictures than I thought it was. I actually thought it was just where you see the black lines. Oops, you can't see. Just where you see like the black lines. I thought that's what a picture was, but no, there was so many pictures thrown in there. I actually was having so much fun reading it and watching the pictures. I will say I didn't guess how it was going to end, and I just had a good time. I wasn't creeped out. I did read it at night. I think I read it over 2 nights, yes, and they were both at night, and I went to sleep just fine, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I really thought it was a horror, but it's oopsie daisy, I'm moving, y'all. It's a suspense thriller, and I mean a paranormal thriller, I believe is what it is. But yeah, I had fun reading it. I read Pugs and Kisses by Farrah Rashan, and this one was okay. It was, you know, cute, fluffy read. It's about a veterinarian who just ended a relationship with her fiance. She goes to the clinic where she did her internship, I want to say. I think it's a nonprofit clinic, and in walks in her ex from college, and she was like, this is the worst day I could have seen him, because I think it was the same day that she ended a relationship with her ex. And yeah, so it's a second chance romance between them. I will say it was more of them trying to save the clinic more so than their relationship with each other. And so I wish we got to see more of their relationship. I think throughout the entire book, they were never in a relationship. I think they got together in the epilogue. Sorry, I spoiled it. I'm not telling you what happened, but it was just kind of like, it's fine. It's fine. But I'm realizing now this storyline, with the dogs, is just not for me, because I read Pardon My Frenchie, which was about her best friend, and that one was just way too much dogs for me. Okay, I mean, I like dogs, but if I'm reading a romance, I'm trying to hear about the couple. So yeah, it was okay. I read Do Tell by Lindsay Lynch, and this one I thought was different. Y'all know I go into books blind. I didn't know what this was about, but once I started reading it, I was like, oh, okay, this is about a writer who works with Hollywood actors. I think she used to act, but doesn't anymore. She writes, or I may have gotten that confused. But I really thought it was about her helping get justice for somebody else. And I was like, no. When that's not where it went, I was like, okay. It was mostly about her life. Literally just about her life. And her life was not interesting. She didn't have an interest in life. So it was really kind of like, it read like a autobiography or a memoir. And that was really weird in a fiction book to read. It was okay. Just wasn't for me. I think I rated it 3.75. It was okay. And I read The Unfortunates by J.K. Chukwu. And this one is another one that I was like, so we're following Sahara, who goes to a predominantly white college where some black kids go missing. And I believe she's trying to discover what happens to the black kids. But when I tell you that's not what it was mostly her internal monologue. She was writing it in the style of writing a thesis. So she was telling us her mental struggle. She struggles with depression, and she also struggles with fitting in on campus as a black girl, and she's also dealing with her sexual identity. She is lesbian, but she doesn't know how to speak and stand in her truth. So she's struggling with that, and again, most of it is in her internal monologue. It's almost like we are her diary. I feel like that's what it was. But she was speaking to us like we were her thesis as opposed to a diary, but that's exactly what it was, like we were her diary. And so I wish we were living more outside of her head so we could fully grasp what is happening to the black kids in school, or why she's struggling, like maybe her family dynamic. I mean, we got to see her family for the briefest of time. There was no indication that there was struggles with them. It just was okay. I think I also gave this one 3.75. Yeah. But yeah, those are some of the books that I have read so far this month. I think the best book, the best book I read was Hidden Pictures, and yeah, everything else was kind of like, it's okay. But yeah, that is what I have read. It's a quick short one, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy reading. Bye.